Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most beautiful, vibrant, just incredible celebrations on the entire planet. I'm talking about a festival that literally fills the darkest nights of the year with so much light and joy. So, have you ever wondered about this? As fall sets in, the days get shorter, the nights get longer, and then suddenly, bam! Millions of tiny lights just flicker to life in homes and cities all over the world. Why does that happen? Well, it's this beautiful mystery, and today we're going to get to the bottom of it. All right, so the first clue to figuring this all out, it's actually hidden in plain sight, right there in the festival's name. So let's start with that. Okay, so the word itself, Diwali, actually comes from an ancient Sanskrit word, Deepavali. And what does it mean? Get this, it literally means a row of lights. How perfect is that? It just so perfectly captures the whole point of the festival, this powerful idea of light winning out over darkness, which is really a symbol for something we can all understand, good triumphing over evil. So where did this whole idea even come from? Well, you've got to go way back. It's rooted in one of the world's truly great epic stories. We're talking a tale of a noble prince, a terrifying demon, and an absolutely legendary journey home. All right, so our story kicks off with Prince Rama. Now, this guy is the real deal, the rightful heir to the throne, a total symbol of honor and everything good. But in a seriously unfair twist, he gets banished from his own kingdom. Can you imagine? He's forced into exile in this huge, dense forest, and with him is his loyal wife, the incredible Princess Sita. Just when you think things can't get worse, their life in the forest takes this terrifying turn. The beautiful Princess Sita gets kidnapped, and not by just anyone. She's taken by a fearsome 10-headed demon king. Yeah, 10 heads. This one act just kicks off this massive conflict and what's got to be one of the most desperate rescue missions in history. But here's the thing, Rama isn't alone in this fight. He and his brother set off on this epic quest to save Sita, and along the way, they find a seriously powerful ally. They team up with Hanuman, the legendary Monkey King, who brings his entire army of monkeys to help them pull off what seems like a totally impossible mission. You know, what I love about this part of the story is the attitude, the spirit behind it all. The epic poem that tells this whole story, called the Ramayana, has this one line in it that just gives me chills. It says, "For the enthusiastic, nothing in the world is difficult." I mean, wow. That just perfectly sums up the can-do, never-give-up spirit of Rama and his whole team. And you know what? That enthusiasm, it totally pays off. After a grueling, difficult struggle, and get this, it lasted 14 long years, Rama finally defeats the Demon King. Sita is rescued, and they are finally free to start that long journey back home, back to their kingdom and their people. Okay, so that's an amazing story, but how does this ancient tale of exile and return connect back to those millions of lights we talked about? Well, this is the really cool part. This is where the story jumps off the page and becomes a living, breathing tradition. Okay, here it is. This is the connection. So, as Rama and Sita were traveling home, it was during the darkest time of the year. So, to light their way and to celebrate their return, villagers all along the path lit up countless little oil lamps. It's such a beautiful image, right? And today, that exact gesture is mirrored when families light these small clay lamps called Diyas. They're basically recreating that ancient pathway of light, and it's turned into this incredible global celebration. But it's not just about the lamps. There's another absolutely stunning visual tradition. Families create these intricate, colorful patterns on the floor called rangoli. I mean, they're gorgeous. They're made from things like colored sand, rice, or even flower petals. And you'll see the lotus flower design a lot, which makes sense, because it's a really powerful symbol for things like wealth and spirituality. And this whole celebration isn't just a one-day thing. Oh no, it unfolds over 5 days. Day 1, you clean the house to welcome in good fortune. Day 2 is all about decorating with those lights and rangoli. Day 3, that's the main event. We're talking big feasts, prayers, fireworks, the whole shebang. Day 4 is for visiting friends and family, exchanging gifts and sweets. And finally, Day 5 wraps it all up by celebrating that special bond between brothers and sisters. So we've talked a lot about the story of Rama and Sita, and that's absolutely central. But there's another really important piece to the puzzle. Diwali is also a time to honor the goddess of wealth and prosperity. And that would be the goddess Lakshmi. And here's where it all connects back in a really fascinating way. Princess Sita, our hero from the story, she's actually considered to be an incarnation of Lakshmi. So when people celebrate Sita's return, they're also, in a way, honoring and welcoming the goddess of good fortune herself. It all ties together. So how do you welcome Lakshmi into your home? Well, there are these wonderful traditions. First, you clean your house top to bottom. You leave the windows open like a literal invitation. And of course, those rows of lamps we talked about, they're believed to light her way right to your door. People also offer prayers, called mantras, asking for both wisdom and wealth. And they share these huge, amazing feasts with everyone they love. And speaking of feasts, oh man, the food is just incredible. On the savory side, you've got things like samosas, those amazing flaky pastries filled with potato, and you dip them in chutney. Then, for your sweet tooth, there's dried fruits and nuts, and the super popular treat called laddu. It's this buttery, sweet ball made from chickpea flour and sugar. It's just so good. All right, so let's take a step back. We've got this epic story. We've got the rows of lights. We've got the prayers for good fortune. When you put it all together, what's the big idea? What's the takeaway message here? Really, at its heart, the message of Diwali is something we can all connect with. It's simple, but it's so powerful. It's this beautiful reminder that hope can win out over despair, that knowledge can chase away ignorance, and that, in the end, good will triumph over evil. Those millions of little lights, they're just the outside reflection of that powerful belief on the inside.